Let's talk about coffee, the drink that wakes up the world. It's warm, smells incredible, and gives you that kick to start your day. Coffee is everywhere. At home, at work, with friends, and in coffee shops on every corner. It's more than a drink, it's a ritual, a social connector, and a cultural staple. The magic? Caffeine, a natural stimulant that helps you feel alert and ready to tackle the day. Caffeine is found in coffee beans, tea leaves, and even chocolate. That first sip in the morning is a ritual for millions, a quiet moment before the chaos. Coffee comes in endless forms: espresso, lattes, iced, cold brew, black, with cream, or with fancy syrups. It's customizable, personal, and comforting. Coffee isn't just about energy, it's about connection. We meet friends, make business deals, and go on first dates over coffee. The aroma alone can make a place feel cozy and welcoming. Coffee is a shared experience that brings people together. It's a reliable friend, always there to help us face the day. For many, it's the best part of the morning. But what if you love coffee, but caffeine doesn't love you back? Some people are sensitive to caffeine, and that's where decaf comes in. Decaf lets you enjoy the ritual and flavor without the buzz. Whether you need energy or just comfort, coffee is always there. It's more than a drink, it's a part of life. And that's why we love it. Before we continue, if you are enjoying this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive future updates. As much as we love caffeine, it's not for everyone. Some people get jittery, anxious, or can't sleep after just one cup. For them, caffeine is more panic than perk. Doctors often advise people with heart issues, high blood pressure, or pregnant women to limit caffeine. Sometimes it's not a choice, it's a necessity. But you shouldn't have to give up the taste and ritual of coffee. Maybe you just want the flavor, not the energy. Or you've already had enough caffeine for the day. People want the coffee experience without the side effects. That's where decaf steps in. Decaf lets you enjoy the aroma, the taste, and the ritual, anytime. It's coffee, just a little calmer. And for many, that's exactly what they need. Decaf coffee was born by accident in 1903. Ludwig Roselius, a German coffee merchant, had a shipment of beans soaked by seawater during a storm. Expecting disaster, he roasted the beans anyway, and found they tasted normal, but didn't give the usual caffeine buzz. The seawater had washed away most of the caffeine, but left the flavor. This accidental discovery sparked an idea: coffee without the jitters. Ludwig realized there was a market for people who loved coffee but not caffeine. He set out to recreate the process intentionally, without relying on storms. This was the start of decaffeinated coffee as we know it. A shipping mishap turned into a revolutionary idea. Ludwig's curiosity and business sense changed coffee forever. Decaf was no longer an accident, it was a solution. Now people could enjoy coffee anytime without the side effects. All thanks to a little bad weather and a lot of ingenuity. Decaf was born, and coffee would never be the same. Sometimes the best ideas come from unexpected places. And for millions, decaf became the perfect cup. That's the magic of a happy accident. Ludwig Roselius wasn't just a coffee merchant, he was on a mission. He believed his father's health suffered from too much caffeine, making his quest personal. After the seawater accident, Ludwig searched for a practical way to remove caffeine from coffee. He experimented, looking for a method that preserved flavor, but eliminated caffeine. In 1906, he patented a process using benzene, a chemical we now know is unsafe, but it was a breakthrough at the time. His method steamed beans, then rinsed them with benzene to extract caffeine. The result? The world's first commercially viable decaf coffee. Ludwig turned personal tragedy and a shipping mishap into a global innovation. He offered coffee lovers peace of mind, a way to enjoy their favorite drink without worry. Ludwig wasn't just the father of decaf. He was an innovator who solved a real problem. His determination and creativity changed coffee culture forever. Thanks to Ludwig, decaf became a choice, not a compromise. He proved that coffee could be enjoyed by everyone, anytime. One man's mission became a worldwide movement, and that's the legacy of Ludwig Roselius. With his decaf process, Ludwig needed a name. He chose Sanka, from the French sans caféine, meaning without caffeine. Sanka launched in Germany, then spread across Europe as a novelty. In 1923, Sanka arrived in the United States, marketed as the coffee that lets you sleep. Early ads featured doctors recommending Sanka for nerves and sleeplessness. The message: enjoy coffee, skip the jitters. Sanka became a household name, especially after General Foods acquired it in 1932. With big marketing, Sanka was everywhere: magazines, radio, TV. The orange Sanka can became iconic in American kitchens. For decades, Sanka was synonymous with decaf, like Kleenex for tissues. It even became part of pop culture, mentioned in movies and TV. Sanka proved there was a huge demand for decaf coffee. It paved the way for the entire decaf market. Thanks to clever branding and smart marketing, Sanka changed how people drank coffee. The decaf revolution had begun. Sanka's success showed coffee could be enjoyed anytime, by anyone. It all started with Ludwig's idea and a simple, memorable name. And the world of coffee was never the same. So, how is caffeine removed from coffee today? The goal: take out the caffeine, keep the flavor. Decaffeination happens before roasting, while beans are still green. The direct solvent method steams beans, then rinses them with safe solvents like methylene chloride or ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate is even found in fruits, so it's sometimes called the natural method. After rinsing, beans are steamed and dried, removing any trace of solvent. Regulations ensure the process is safe, with solvent levels far below safety limits. Another method, the indirect solvent process, soaks beans in hot water, then uses solvent to remove caffeine from the water, not the beans. The flavorful, caffeine-free water is reused to soak new beans, preserving taste. Both methods are effective and safe, giving us flavorful decaf. Science has come a long way since Ludwig's benzene days. Today's decaf is all about safety and taste. Whether direct or indirect, the result is the same: coffee without the buzz. Decaf is now a carefully crafted product, and that means more people can enjoy coffee their way. If chemicals make you uneasy, there are chemical-free decaf methods too. The Swiss water process uses only water and osmosis, no solvents. Beans are soaked in hot water, dissolving caffeine and flavor. The water is filtered to remove caffeine, then reused to soak new beans, preserving flavor. The result: beans that are 99.9% caffeine-free, with all the taste. Another high-tech method is the CO2 process. Here, beans are soaked, then exposed to pressurized carbon dioxide. The CO2 acts as a solvent, extracting caffeine, but leaving flavor behind. It's precise, clean, and leaves no residue. Both methods are popular for high-quality decaf. They prove you can have great coffee, without chemicals or caffeine. Decaf technology keeps evolving, and that means better coffee for everyone. Fun fact: decaf isn't completely caffeine-free. US law requires at least 97% of caffeine be removed, so a cup of decaf still has 2 to 5 milligrams. Compare that to 95 to 200 milligrams in regular coffee. During World War II, Sanka supplied decaf to US soldiers for times when they didn't want a caffeine buzz. Imagine soldiers around a campfire passing the Sanka. The writer Honoré de Balzac drank up to 50 cups of coffee a day. He could have used decaf. Sanka became so famous it was once the default word for decaf. As new brands and methods emerged, decaf became the common term. Sanka's story shows how brands can define, and then fade from, a whole category. Decaf's history is full of quirky stories and cultural shifts. From soldiers to writers, decaf has touched many lives. The journey from Sanka to modern decaf is a story of innovation. Coffee culture keeps evolving, and decaf is part of that story. It's more than just a drink, it's a piece of history. And it's still going strong. Where does decaf stand today? It's no longer the bland, chemical-tasting coffee of the past. Modern decaf, thanks to Swiss water and CO2 methods, preserves the rich flavors of specialty beans. High-end coffee shops now offer single-origin decaf, pour-overs, and espresso drinks. Decaf drinkers are true coffee lovers. They want the taste, not just the buzz. The market for decaf is growing as people become more caffeine-conscious. Decaf lets you enjoy coffee rituals without sacrificing sleep or well-being. It's part of a bigger wellness trend, feeling good without giving up what you love. Decaf is a choice, not a compromise. It's coffee's calmer cousin, perfect for any time of day. Thanks to a stormy sea, a determined inventor, and clever science, decaf is here to stay. Whether for health, sleep, or pure enjoyment, decaf has earned its place. So next time you want a cup, Remember, decaf is just as worthy. Celebrate with a delicious cup. Buzz optional. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive future updates.